Say hello, ladies. Welcome. How many of you, I'm just curious, how many of you, this is your first time at Conscious Life Expo? I'm taking a poll. Wow, a lot of first timers. Well, welcome to the 21st annual Conscious Life Expo, where we have completely taken over this hotel, 3 floors, amazing speakers, amazing films and books and vendors, and we're just so glad that you're all here. And this year feels like it's an epic year of transformation. So thank you for showing up. I'm Michelle Anderson from Awakening Code Radio on KXFM, and it is my honor to introduce Zoe Dane, who I got to see last year. Her energy drew me into this room. How many of you feel that way today? Yeah, I have goosebumps, for sure. It was her first time speaking last year, am I right? Second time. And I was so captivated by her and the information that she brought through. I brought my friends in to come see her, and it was very transformative. And then I got her a gig at another event, Disclosure Fest. And so I am super excited that all of you are here to just take in the beauty that Zoe brings forward, that she embodies the goddess, and I think you're going to feel that today. So let's give a round of applause today for Zoe Dane. I wish I could stay.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Meeting Michelle last year was like a huge catalyst for my next wave of expansion, and then speaking at Disclosure Fest was like probably the biggest speaking engagement edge yet. And so I'm very grateful for this queen right here, and love that she just serendipitously was my MC. Just, it's all so guided. Like when you're connected to the goddess, when you are on the path of the goddess, it is all so guided, and you just start to trust. It's like that faith becomes the most magnetic piece, and it brings you everything that you need at the exact right moment, right? It's like we don't need to control it anymore. And we know that we are in the arms of the mother, and the mother is guiding us, and then there's these synchronicities like this one that happen to just confirm it, right? And they get, it's just, you're constantly in this process with her. Like yesterday, I'm like, okay, I'm last minute gonna go get my outfit for Conscious Life Expo, and I just heard magenta. And so I went to this store, and I see this like magenta jumpsuit. I'm like, oh, okay, that's it, and it's like these little moments where you get to activate that energy in you, and you just listen and you follow the thread, the rose thread, right? The Magdalene thread. And if you're in this room, yes, you probably feel a connection to Magdalene energy, right? Raise your hand if you feel a connection to Mary Magdalene. Beautiful, yeah, and maybe you don't even know you do yet, right? So today's today's workshop, play shop, is about Creatrix consciousness. And usually I have this open to men and women, but today it felt very important to just have it be a container of Shakti. So I do also, it's getting hot, I want to set the container and set a little prayer. So if you would close your eyes, put one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. Yeah, taking 3 deep breaths into the belly. And just really dropping into the body. There's a lot of energy moving here at the Conscious Life Expo. So really tuning into your own channel to the divine. And feeling these beautiful, strong, golden roots coming down from your root. These beautiful grounding cords going down into Mama Gaia, into her nourishment, into her love, into her fertility, into the mycelial networks underneath the ground, feeling your golden roots weaving with the mycelial networks and connecting with all of the other golden roots in this room. As this room is our garden, so we're going to tend to this garden, tend to your inner landscape right now. Allow this experience to be all that it is meant to be for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And just tuning in here and asking your body how she feels, knowing that you can be in this space exactly as you are right now, activating this beautiful maternal energy toward yourself. and feeling your connection to the great mother, to the great creatrix, feeling yourself as an extension of her, knowing that you are imbued with these perfectly irreplaceable codes of divine genius. In essence, an incarnation of the divine feminine, of the goddess, of the great creatrix. And you hold the power of life in your womb. And so just really connecting here, taking one last deep breath in. And audibly exhale. And just feel that you are in the presence of the divine feminine. You are in a room surrounded by women. And just feel that for a moment. Just tune into the Shakti all around you, the Shakti that you've brought today. And just honoring this beautiful body temple that you chose to incarnate into. And all of the wisdom that you carry with your somatic intelligence. And whenever you are ready, just keeping your eyes closed, rub your hands together in front of your heart, generating a little bit of heat. Feeling the power of your hands, the healing power of your hands as extensions of your heart. And then cup them over your eyes. And then slowly blink your eyes open into the darkness, the void, the womb. And when you are ready, slowly pulling your hands apart and blinking your eyes back into the space. Yay! Beautiful. Okay, I'm just drinking you all in for a moment. Amazing. Okay. So, Creatrix consciousness came through. All of my workshops, my play shops, my offerings, they all come through when I'm in communion with the goddess through my devotional practices, right? And then when I'm going through an initiation, I feel called to birth those codes into a course or into a workshop or into a master class, and I don't really question it. I just kind of let the process birth me as I birth the process, right? So Creatrix consciousness came through. Hold on, I need to put this on. Okay, you guys will notice my channel can kind of go all over the place. So Creatrix consciousness is about activating your elemental nature and your designer soul. So as I started on this healing path, this spiritual path, I went through a complete unbecoming, right? And this is part of the process. You go through a complete unbecoming of everything that you thought you were. It's like a stripping away, right? And so as you're stripping away, like for me, I just got super raw. I was like, okay, I'm not wearing makeup. I'm gonna wear my MC Hammer pants and like my little, sports bras. Like we're all one. It doesn't matter. Like I can just do whatever I want. And as the process has become more refined and as I really tuned into my connection with the goddess, it's been very clear that these things get to be activations for our embodiment. The adornment, the outfits, the way you present yourself, the way your branding looks, all of it, right? So then I started tuning in, this is Creatrix consciousness, right? We are each an extension of the mother Creatrix that created each one of us. We have this potential that is lying, a lot of us dormant within us, right? And it's like yearning to come online. So we see these people and these leaders and these beings and we're like, and we feel activated, right? It's because they hold a seed of our own potential. They're a reflection of something that wants to come online within us, right? And so as we allow these seeds to germinate and we tend to the garden and we tend to our visions and we do these beautiful devotional practices, we cultivate a channel and an embodiment that is impenetrable, right? It's like our unique blueprint that we are bringing into any space that we are in, right? And then eventually, right, as women, we're just these embodiments of love expressed through the unique channels that we came here to be. So activating your elemental nature comes from the awareness that we are the elements, like we are the fire, the water, the earth, and the air embodied. And your designer soul, right, is created by the ultimate designer. And Creatrix consciousness, the state of being ecstatically connected to your feminine power to create whatever your soul desires, right? Allowing your heart to lead the way. The coherent and co-creative energy of your humanity and your divinity. Because as women, like our birthright is to feel ecstasy. You think about, I haven't given birth yet, but have you seen pictures or who in the room has given birth? Yeah, you're amazing. What your body goes, like when I saw for the first time pictures of a woman pushing a baby out of her yoni, I was like, okay, this is the power. Like, this is the portal. This is what we get to tap into as women, right? And in tapping into that, the same capacity that we have to feel that level of pain or sensation is the same capacity we have to feel bliss and ecstasy, right? We have the capacity to feel so deeply, so how can we make that our superpower in a world that has, kind of exemplified how to suppress it or to not be in our power, right? It's also why I didn't really want men in the room, because I feel like that it shifts the energy a little bit, right? When it's all women, there's a certain level of softening that can happen. And so, coming into your creatrix consciousness, a lot of the time, there's a lot of pressure that leads you to this place of creation. And pressure is uncomfortable, but it's where we find our power. It's where we refine our diamond. It's where the diamond is built. It's where we refine our shine, right? And where we polish our love shine as women through everything that we're feeling called to birth and create and do in our lives. So in this moment, we are being pressurized into our own greatness, right? It feels like so much pressure, and like we're being, we're being stifled and there's no way out. We're being boxed in, but it's like, no, that is the womb. That's the void to dive into in order to birth ourselves into what we're here to be, right? And what we are here to lead is our legacy of love. And when we go back to Mary Magdalene, right? She was the leader of love. She was an emissary of love. She was here to be a bridge between heaven and earth. And us all here right now, we're really lucky to be tapped into this level of consciousness. I had a conversation with someone yesterday, and he's like, yeah, everything, I don't believe in synchronicity. It's all coincidence, which is great. That's okay. But seeing from his perspective, the way he saw the world as this kind of evil, malevolent place of pain and suffering, and to see how jaded he is as like a 35-year-old man that I love dearly was disheartening. He's like, Zoe, not everybody sees the world the way that you do, through love's eyes. And I'm like, but that's what we're all here to do, right? We're here to refine and polish our diamond and our shine so that we can shine as these emissaries and beacons of unconditional love, no matter what is thrown at us, no matter what judgments are placed upon us. No matter what man can't see our value and our worth, how much are we owning ourselves as the creatrix, right? The creatrix is the opposite of, creatrix consciousness is the opposite of victim consciousness. So it's really taking our power back, no, I am an extension of the goddess. I am here as a steward of this earth, of this planet. My codes are important, they are needed. And all of this is here as data, it's here as material to alchemize it into what I'm here to birth, right? Because we don't have these portals to just birth babies. We have it to birth creation. And that's what creatrix consciousness is. It's tapping in to your power to literally bring whatever is happening in your reality and be the creatrix of your new reality, your new timeline. Not fall victim to it, right? That is literally your power as a woman, as feminine. Clarissa Pinkola Estes talks about this as the life, death, life nature of the feminine, of the wild feminine, right? We go through these processes of life and death and rebirth, and we go through these processes where we need everything to burn down, right? So that we can rebuild it all anew and rise as this phoenix queen from the ash. And the more tapped in you are, which I'm sure a lot of you in this room are, if you're here, the more tapped in you are to this, the more you're just in this constant becoming with life, living you, living life, loving you open, right? It's all here to break you open. It's all here to expand our capacity for love. How big can your love be? How much can you hold, right? And a lot of the times, unfortunately, this does come at a lot of women come into creatrix consciousness and into their real power when they have not been valued by the masculine. There's this re-owning of self, this reclamation of self, and they're here as these angels, these guardians. They're here to steward your consciousness. In the mythos, it's called the trickster. How many of you are familiar with trickster energy? Yeah. Yeah. The trickster that likes to come in and play with you and trick you, especially when you're rising into your power, right? How much can I test you? How much can I And it's like, no, you start to see through it. You start to see these energy patterns and you're like, okay, I'm choosing me, right? That's the Creatrix consciousness. I am choosing me, and I am choosing what I am here to lead. So, yeah, every time you feel this pressure, affirming, I'm a diamond. I'm turning into the diamond that I was born to be. It's not supposed to feel good. It's a process, right? But how can I dance with the rhythms? How can I dance with the pain? How can I flirt with the pain? This is where I love to bring sexuality into just about everything, but the empowered version of what Shakti gets to be in living our life, right? We're here for how long? None of us know. So to live our life in ecstatic communion with the divine and a love affair with the divine, this is a relationship that is yours with the divine, right? You can't explain it to anybody. You have these moments where it's like you've got inside jokes with God, Goddess, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm really led, I'm really in this. So yeah, an important part of being in your Creatrix consciousness is really staying in your lane, right? Focusing on what you have to bring to the table, because the more you focus on what you have to bring to the table, the less it matters what other people have prepared. And a lot of this is speaking into the women who are feeling called to birth their brands or their business or their legacy or whatever that is. It's so easy to look at how all these other women and leaders are doing what they're doing. And it's so important to remember, no, I came here to just really refine my channel and my codes and bring it forth from that space of authentic truth, from my heart, from my womb, from the refinement of these centers. So focus on putting so much love into the nourishment. You are here to serve the world. That's in your business, that's with your beloved, that's with your children, that's like everywhere, right? How does the goddess want to live you as an emissary of love in all areas of your life? Through the clothes that you wear, which we'll go into later. I don't know why clothes have been in activation lately. This is like a relatively new thing. So follow your unique pulse to create. And as you follow your pulse to create, you will feel yourself pulsating in communion with the great mystery every day. And you will see how all of these moments are catalyzing your highest embodiment as this incarnation. And if you're in this room, you've probably been doing this work for lifetimes. It's not like you're just on a fresh start, right? You kind of pick it up where you left off. So that's why some of these codes feel so familiar, like ancient Egypt or the Middle East, or whatever it is that calls to you, these deities. You might have worshipped them in a past life. You might have been an initiate in a temple, right? And you're just coming back online to your temple codes. So really trusting your pulse. And, the biggest part too, being in your Creatrix energy, it's the sacral, right? Your sacral is the seat of creativity, of sensuality, of your emotions. So when you allow yourself to move it, Shakti likes to move. She wants to move through your spine. She wants to move through your hips. She wants to be felt, right? So like massaging your womb and dancing as much as you can to get the energy moving, and then you get to flow that into whatever you're creating. You get to flow that into how you make love to life, right? And creating, even if it's just for creating's sake, because you have no idea how cathartic your creation is for you. And, if you decide to share it with the world, that's great. But, it belongs to you first, right? So, claim your throne, queen. You do this by cultivating main character energy. You are the main character of your life story, right? We're, living this movie. When you're really tapped in, it's like you're in this music video. You really tap in and the music drops right as you walk in the door. And you open the banana at the perfect moment. That it's just it's all, that's what happened to me this morning, that's fine. But you just start to play with life as if you're in this music video, and you realize the more you're empowered and turned on to your own life, the more you just activate other people in your presence too. Then they get to play the game with you, and then they're in their main character, and everybody's just dancing in that seat of Creatrix energy together, right? So everyone else is a supporting role, meaning they are mirrors for your expansion, your healing, your growth, especially those who trigger you, right? Those who trigger us, the women who trigger us, anything that you have felt sitting here in this room since I've started talking, just notice, right? Notice what comes up. Don't make it wrong. This is the process of really learning to unconditionally love yourself in your humanity. And as a woman, deprogramming and alchemizing the distortions of a patriarchal society. That's not just out here, right? We're not pointing our fingers out here, it's in here too. It's dismantling the inner patriarchy with love, right? Because that's what the feminine does. She comes and she loves things back to wholeness, starting with self. And then she remembers, oh, I am whole. Oh, I don't need to outsource. Oh no, I don't need to entertain this timeline or this pattern or this thing. Oh, this is the pattern my mom's been playing out for however many years. Oh, because her mom did it and her mom did it and her mom did it. Oh, it stops with me. It stops with me, right? It's that declaration, it's that conviction. Oh, I see it. This is what I came here to do, right? I came here to not continue this pattern, not just for me, but for the entire lineage and all the generations to come, and for the planet, for Goddess, for Gaia, right? Everything that we do, everything that you do, all this work that you've been doing on yourself, you're doing it for Gaia as well. So when you are full on your own love and passion for life, this is when your cup gets to overflow. I like to envision it like this sparkling light of love just overflowing into everyone else, because again, this is a love story between you and the divine. This is Eros, right? It's like the divine feminine, and when we look back to the priestesses, right, there was this energy, there's this erotic energy, there's this ecstasy, right? And it might, if you haven't really tapped into this energy yet, it might make you uncomfortable. Really wish I could play us some music, because I really want to activate some Shakti with you girls, but I might just play it off my phone at some point and we'll just amplify it, because we want to charge Shakti in here and bring it to the rest of the expo, okay? So, I'm getting high off the rose gold frequency.
Did you put your phone on the microphone?
That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I've got a little playlist for you. So yeah, it's moving the energy, right? And it's also coming into how do you want to be your own lover, right? It's so much of the time we're waiting for someone else to step up, even our current partner. But when you learn how to radically love yourself open on a daily basis, you're not outsourcing. And then your nervous system is nourished, and then you're literally in turn nourishing the nervous system of the masculine. To drink in feminine radiance is a gift. And it comes from the inside. It really does. And then when we're living from the inside out, that's when it's okay, Goddess, how do I adorn this avatar now? Where do I go? What do I do? I'm just following the thread, right? So another part is boundaries. Because as women, we weren't really taught how to set boundaries. And it feels kind of icky, right? It can feel kind of oh my God, am I not being loving toward this person I love if I put up a boundary to preserve my energy? And really, it's showing them not only how to love you, but how to love themselves better. Because every time you set a boundary, you're also showing other people how to set boundaries for themselves. So even leading up to this expo, and I have a course that I just launched called Divine Feminine Awakening, and it's 5 modules. Each module is about 2 hours long, and I have to go into a deep channeled flow state in order to record these. It's taking me a week per module. So I have to really set boundaries. I'm going into channeled flow state with the Goddess. Even this week leading up to Conscious Life Expo, I had to set a boundary with my sister, with my ex-boyfriend, with my best friend, and it really, it hurt, but at the same time, it's no, this is part of this process. This is part of being in the Creatrix consciousness. This is part of what I'm teaching about right now, is breaking up with parents, people, beliefs, timelines, identities, family members, anything in this outside world that's depleting you and feels disempowering, not in a way that, right, this isn't bound barriers, right? This is breaking up with the relationships with parents. Where is your mom still playing out in your head, your dad still playing out in your head, your sister that's stifling your own connection to you and your power source? And where are these patterns from childhood still playing out with siblings and family dynamics that are disempowering for what you're evolving into? Because a lot of the times the people from our past are seeing us through the lens of who they knew us to be. And when we're on this path, we are constantly shape-shifting and alchemizing and dying and resurrecting, and we are not that same person anymore. So in order to be, interacted with in that way, it does require some refinement and some boundaries from love, right? You want to do this from the heart. So setting boundaries around your essence, spending time doing what nourishes you, and spending time with people who support you and feel good to your soul, right? I like to say the people who feel like honey. Like what things feel like honey. Like you're just like, oh, wow, that's so nice. And a lot of us women, most women, right, raise your hand if the power you want to tap into is soft power, right? There's a strong power too, I'm not saying there's not. But to be able to surrender into the honey and to be the honey and to just like exhale and not hold so much, right? This is what we get to do when we are prioritizing what really nourishes us and when we're tending to the garden, right? So, and this is not to say we don't have a warrioress, I will slay demons for my babies, for my loved ones, right? Energy and the Kali Ma in us. When I did ayahuasca, she was like, I just want to merge with the divine feminine. And she's like, okay. So the first night she just showed me fierce compassion, like unconditional love, fierce compassion. I was crying for like 4 hours straight. I couldn't stop. I was just in a puddle of snot and tears. And the next day she showed me like warrior strength. And I remember I was sitting there and I had the Aya and I was scared and it just felt like a lot and I felt sick. And I was like, oh my God, Aya, I want to call my boyfriend over. I want to call the shaman over. She's like, no. She's like, sit up. I'm like, no, I can't. She's like, sit up, Zoe. And I sat up. And in that moment, there was this song going, do, 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 like very like masculine, called Heart Warriors, I found out later. And she's like, sit up, stay. And I like wanted to throw up and then I felt it come and she had me throw up. And it was like, it wasn't just throwing up. It was like she had me throw up every insecurity, every fear, all the programs I had from other people, everything that wasn't me. And I was sitting there and she's like, this is the feminine. And it was like warrior strength. Is unconditional love and fierce strength. So, we have the power to tap into both. So, owning your designer essence. That's a little prayer. So I want us all to do this together. I call all pieces of my soul self back to me. And then I want to hear you all do it. I call all pieces of my soul self back to me across all space and time. Oh. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. Let's all do it together. That feels the most powerful. Okay. So, sitting up straight in the seat. Feel your queen power. Feel your crown, right? Feel your crown activated too. Feel this beautiful rose gold energy pouring into you. Okay? And just hold yourself, right? You are this fierce warrior goddess of love. It's who you were born to be. It's who you've always been. So, let's begin. I call all pieces of my soul self back to me across all space and time. I love, honor, and accept all of who I am. I am a child of the divine. My essence is designer. And I am worthy and open to receiving all of the gold that's meant for me in this lifetime. Beautiful. Wow. That felt really powerful. Room full of women calling all their energy back. That is so powerful. Yes, queens. So your soul essence is designer. You cannot manufacture the blueprint that Goddess created you with. This is your superpower, and it's always been your superpower. Once you learn to meet and love yourself unconditionally is when that superpower becomes activated and translates into all that you do. You were created by the ultimate designer, and your authentic core essence fully expressed is incomparable medicine for you and all that get to receive it. What are you doing in the moments you feel the most connected to your soul? I would love to hear from you. When do you feel the most connected to your soul, the most turned on, the most alive? Yes.
In the shower.
Yes, in the shower. Okay.
Getting a massage.
Getting a massage. Yeah. Getting to surrender into the healing touch.
In water.
In water, beautiful. Are you a water sign? What are you? I knew it. Yes, beautiful.
When I'm with like soul family.
With soul family. Yeah.
I think at the beach is very good when you walk at the beach.
At the beach, yeah, walk on the beach. Mama Ocean. Yeah. Dancing. Yeah, such a Shakti activator.
Painting art.
Painting hearts?
Art.
Art, painting art. Yes, you're a beautiful painter.
Dancing.
Dancing. Yes. Who loves to dance in here? Yes. Okay, we'll have to do some movement soon.
When I write music and when I sing.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, see, and the theme is like it's nature, it's creativity, it's being able to be in this like beautiful flow with the soul and the feminine. So, yeah, that, and a big part of the Creatrix energy is cultivating a love affair with the goddess. Yeah, and, like even making these slides, right? So the rose is like probably the biggest part of my embodiment and like what I'm here to, like the rose codes. Each one of us has this connection to the rose, right? And she's an initiator, right? She initiates you into deeper parts of your path. She's also the highest frequency being of anything in tangible form. Any gemstone, anything in the plant world, anything in the world she is the highest vibration, and she's the embodiment of love, right? That's why we see like the rose priestesses and Magdalene of the rose lineage. So tuning into the goddess is the ultimate creatrix. Tuning into the goddess within, wardrobe energetics, and I know I keep talking about this. So a big part of my process in my path with the goddess has been, tuning into how she's communicating moment to moment, but it starts with, waking up in the morning, one hand on the heart, one hand on the womb. The mind wants to take you out of the body constantly, right? It just wants to take you out of the body, to keep you in these loops. And the real power of dropping into your creatrix consciousness is how can I anchor back into my body, right? First thing in the morning, own your life. So putting one hand on the heart, one hand on the womb, and breathing into these centers, asking, how do you want me to live this morning? What's going to be the most nourishing to you today, right? How can I be in devotion to this temple that I'm in today? And then, doing your devotional practices, then it goes into, how do I want to adorn myself today? What clothes are speaking to me? There's a therapy called chromotherapy. It's color therapy, right? That's why today it was like magenta. And I was like, okay. And then Michelle's wearing like kind of a magenta-ish kimono as she's coming to MC me, right? It's like, what colors are speaking to you? Because the way I like to look at it is everything has a sentience. This desk has a sentience. This velvet, volvular thing that I use for all of my like sacrament ceremonial spaces has a sentience. It all has a sentience, right? And it's all communicating with you. So the more you're refining this intuition and the more you're refining your embodiment, the more you can tune in. I mean, you can do this with the furniture in your home. You can just sit there and go, okay, bed, where do you want to go? Couch, where do you want to go? Okay, talk to me, house, And that's another thing, is your house has a spirit. There's like talking to the spirit of your house, thanking your house. I thank my house every day. I talk to my house every day. I love you, home. Thank you, home. Thank you for holding me and my people that live here. It's like talking to the sentience. And, there's feng shui, right? There's a certain way that we can feng shui our space. But what I've come to realize is we each have our own personal feng shui. If you're really tuned in to the micro subtleties, bless you. If you're really tuned into the micro subtleties and to the sentience of everything, then you will start to feel, this is how this wants to align to be conducive to my flow of energy, right? An example of that, I just moved into my new place and my bed was a certain way and I just was laying there and it just kept yelling at me. It's like, move me this way. And I was like, no, I don't want to. It seems like a lot of work. I have a lot of stuff under my bed. And it's like, move me this way. And every day I was hearing it yell at me. So finally I moved it and my whole room went and it was like, this is why I said that, So it's, tuning into the pieces. How do they want to come together? How do I want to adorn myself? What feels like the authentic frequency of me coming forth as art? How am I living the artistry of my life in all moments with everything? And I feel that, this was a practice that women pre-patriarchy we're very tuned into. We were tuned into our blood, we were tuned into our body, we were tuned into the micro subtleties, we were so tuned into the third eye. This is crystal clear clarity with everything, right? No, that man is not for me. No, your body literally will not open. Have you noticed that? There are some men, your body will not open to you. You're like, wait, but I want it. It's like, nope. No, this is not it. And it's learning to trust that, right? Finding that thing that's like, oh yeah, this feels right. This feels safe. This feels safe. So tuning in with the goddess and, allowing life to be your music video, your personal music video. What music turns you on and lights you up? What clothes, feel activating for you? How are you engaging life in all moments? And this is a practice, right? When I notice, like you're kind of, when you notice that you're kind of like being aggressive with life, or like things aren't flowing, right? That's a moment to go, oh wait, how am I engaging with life? How am I engaging with all of life, right? Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. So if we can learn to like be the priestess pivot, right? We can learn the priestess pivot of like, oh wait, oh, okay, I can engage with this in a more loving way. And this is where I love to bring self-pleasure in. We're going on overdrive. We have our own businesses. Who has their own business in this room? Lots of boss babes in here. So a way that we can really charge our channel and start to stream more of this love into our business, into our offerings, into everything, is to learn to feel, okay, when am I exerting so much of my own will that nothing's actually working? And the paradox is, when we actually take our hands off the wheel and we go back to pleasure, we go to tend to the body temple, that's when all the codes start streaming through, the inspiration starts coming, right? And it's like the sensational awareness of everything. How is the lighting in your room? Is it golden hour that you like to go and like romance yourself? How can you make even preparing dinner a sacred experience? Can you light candles, right? And play some music and infuse the food with your love, because the food is a sentience, the food is living. Everything that's going into your temple, conversations that you're having, and the more attuned you get, the more you're aware of where you're still overextending yourself, or where you're still engaging in things that do not feel right. It's even a conversation. No, I've hit my limit here. Okay, thank you. I love you, and I'm preserving. Because as the feminine, we are receivers, right? We receive the energy. So getting done up for you, even if you're just at your house, to get done up for you, to wear the textures that feel good to you, during the pandemic, I dressed cuter by myself than I'd ever dressed before. Like, that was when I spiced myself up the most. Because I was like, okay, I'm in communion with the goddess, I'm birthing a business, and this is my love affair, right? I don't need an actual lover here to engage this energy. So romancing yourself. Seeing how your rose wants to blossom. What are the codes of your specific rose? The scents, the colors, the flavor, the texture, the essence. Explore the mysteries of your own body, of your own rose, of your own yoni, of your own womb, right? Goddess affirmations. We're going here, ladies. Okay. So all of us. Okay. Again, hand on the heart, hand on the womb. Really tuning in here. And let's begin. I am a creatrix of cosmic and material order. I command my highest timeline as Zoe for the greatest good of all. I am sex magic embodied. I am love's canvas. I ask love how she wishes to paint me today. My Shakti energy heals, activates, inspires, and awakens those around me. I listen to my intuitive nudges and recognize them as love taps from the goddess. It's okay if others don't understand my sacred path. I know who I am. The goddess knows who I am. I am fierce love, here to blaze a trail that only I can blaze, from listening to my own heart and heeding its guidance. The more me I am, the more I honor the goddess. I let go and let goddess. Taking a deep breath in, holding at the top, letting that energy circulate from the root, locking in sex organs, root lock, navel, spiraling it all up as a golden light up into the crown, sipping in a little more air, and a little more, allowing yourself to receive more than you thought was possible. And slowly release. Okay. Elemental embodiment. Learning to embody and sync with the elements and cycles of Gaia. So, just like it's a new year, but we've been in winter. So a lot of the times for the new year, we go by the Gregorian calendar. We're like, we need to get all this done. Everything needs to be in motion by this date, right? We're going to set all these intentions that we're going to like kind of strangle our energy system to make it happen. And it's so important to recognize, what does Gaia do during winter?
Rest.
Yeah, there's a death. It's like, how can we welcome the death process of being the feminine and being an elemental being? Right? Who's been feeling that this winter particularly? Like a deep death. Yeah. And I saw something the other day. It was like, the deeper the death in winter, the sweeter the rebirth in spring. So it's like when we allow ourselves to die off and these pieces to die off, when we welcome them to die off, when we embrace the death, when we embrace the shedding, we are allowing ourselves to be in organic rhythm with how we want to blossom in fluorescence, like our authentic fluorescence in springtime, right? The winter can inform so much of our embodiment if we really allow ourselves to die into it. So you are an elemental being. And this picture was taken in a very raw, vulnerable moment where I was like crying with nature on mushrooms, and I was like, I'm going to use this in our slide. But you are a force of Mother Nature. You know, anytime you feel lost or you feel alone or you feel like you need that extra hand-holding or heart-holding, go to Gaia. If there's a rock or a tree that is calling to you, take your top off and press your chest against it. Let it hold your heart, right? This is what is connected to Gaia, right? She's leading us from the inside out, from the heart. This is the path. This is the gateway to heaven on earth. This is the breaking open so many people are going through on this planet, is an unbecoming of everything that is not heart, everything that is not love. And we're doing this for the entire collective. We are doing this for the 35-year-old men who are sitting across from us at the table, who are so blinded and jaded by their experience of life. And it's an activation, right? You're nourishing them just through your embodiment. So plug into the Gaia grid, the natural organic frequencies of the earth. You can also listen to the Schumann resonance, right? You can play the Schumann resonance, sit with Gaia, charge in the sun, get the sun on your body, divine masculine penetrative rays, right? Drink them in, allow yourself to be charged by the elements, ideally every day. Ideally every day. And romanticize your life. Again, this is a love affair between you and the divine. Revel in the great erotic mystery of existence. And I speak into eroticism, that's how we all got here. It's like it's so taboo still in so many ways, but it's like how we got here. It's the power of Shakti, right? The fact that inside of each woman here is the power of life, right? This creative energy that is here. You can literally birth worlds. You're multidimensional. Earth magic, offering back to Gaia, right? This is in Maui. And you know, you can offer your moon blood, your tears, your fears. When I was in the deepest pit of my breaking open and it felt like I was so alone, and anytime I go through these big death rebirth processes, the only thing that can hold me is the earth. And I'm constantly doing, you know, the practices with her, giving your moon blood back, right? This is sacred intelligence. Your moon blood is a sacred intelligence. So to work with the release and to offer that back and give her your prayers, right? You start to create this impenetrable communion with Gaia. And then she speaks to you in all moments. And then if you're really present, you'll see the way she's gifting you every day through earth angels that come and they just ask you to help you. Like, you're always protected, right? And it's the remembrance and the belief in that. And whenever you feel like you're not, or like something's trying to penetrate you, envision a rose gold bubble around you. Like the rose gold frequency is so powerful. And giving the ashes of what is no longer serving you back to the earth. Planting them in your garden, right? Working with your garden to really be imbued with your essence, your prayers, your energy. You can cry into her. You can, spit into her. Like whatever you can give to her that's a part of your body, she will take it. The ashes of what's no longer serving you, working with the new moon and the full moon to, who works with the moon cycles in here? Beautiful. And if you'd like to start or you're curious to learn more, I hold bi-weekly moon circles on Zoom for the moon. They're called Divine Feminine Moon Magic. And they're super activating. I mean, one sister who's been joining for a while, she had really irregular periods for years. And then every single moon circle on the dot, she would bleed. Because it was like she was just recharged with the Shakti. So with the earth, you can compost anything. You can give her anything natural back, right? I drink cacao most mornings, and then I save one last sip for the earth. And I sit in the sun and I drink my cacao every morning, and I'll do my Kundalini Kriyas or whatever to really charge with the elements before creating, because that's part of Creatrix consciousness, right? We're charging our elemental nature in order to streamline the designer essence, our goddess essence. And anytime we feel like we've strayed from that, it's like coming back to the mirror, coming back to the self, coming back to the temple, right? Coming back to the altar of you. And even sitting like by your altar, bringing a mirror over and like, whoa, I'm in this body for this amount of time. I'm going to love all phases of her. I'm going to love all pieces of her. Oh, I'm breaking out. That's okay. I love you, Zit. I love whatever it is. Like, how can you look at each part of your body and just show it love? Lather her with oils, like just show. And once you do that, because your body is a sacred intelligence, she will feel it, and you will feel it. And then you will feel that when you're out in the world, right? It's the self-love. That's the foundation of everything. So yeah, you can write love letters to the goddess, people, places, and things you're ready to release. You can literally work with Gaia to alchemize anything, pretty much anything. And you're very, very connected to her as a woman. So yeah, and then, the other piece, the sacral Shakti activation, as we were talking about earlier. Shakti is life force, erotic energy. It's what births life. It's what creates worlds. So prioritizing tapping into this every day. The most immediate way is probably dancing, right? But also dancing and allowing yourself to see your expression, then dancing with other women. Activating Shakti with other women. Who here dances with other women? Yeah. What about like contact dancing with other women?
Hell yeah.
Yes! Yeah! It's because Shakti knows how to flow with Shakti. Sometimes, like, I've been on the dance floor and I've, like, flown with Shakti, and then I try to flow with Shiva, and I'm like, whoa. Shakti really knows how to ride the wave. So, and then it's inviting Shiva in. Shiva's beautiful. Shiva's a pillar. Shiva's solid, right? But Shakti, she wants to move. She wants to flow. She wants to breathe life into everything, beauty into everything. It's like that quote. I'm going to paint everything beautiful. That will be my life. Did I butcher that a little? I will paint everything beautiful. That will be my life, right? So paint yourself beautiful. You are beautiful. Recognize that beauty. Honor that beauty. Prioritize seeing your essence, right? And then allow that to imbue in everything that you do and to everyone that you communicate with, right? Taking inspired action from feeling good, prioritizing that. Who in here is a generator in human design? Okay. Yeah, so for generators in particular, it's really important to prioritize your pleasure and feeling good before doing the things, and also allowing the things to come to you, right? You're generating this magnetism. That's another part of being in Creatrix consciousness. You're generating a magnetism. You don't chase, you attract. You are the rose. You are the honey. The bees come to you. Your rose is unique though, right? You've got these unique petals. You've got this stem with these sharpened thorns of discernment that you have acquired over your lifetime. Those thorns are sacred, right? All of it's sacred. So it's learning the intricacies of your rose. What allows her to thrive? What allows her to thrive? What safe havens does she need to fully blossom and become herself? So it's, it's the vibrational attunement, tuning into the sentience of everything. And another thing is your energetic field, right? Mastering your energetic field, that's mastery. Devotion to your somatic intelligence and to your energetic field, and to knowing like, okay, this is where there's a leaky pocket, or this is where, something's lingering that I haven't dealt with in a really long time. Anything that's on the back burner, tuning into the energy field, right? And just seeing. And then if you need to bring a certain situation in, right, you can keep it outside of your aura. You don't have to bring it fully in, but this way you're at least engaging with it. You're not cutting it off. And this is how you start to take your power back as well. So, the consistent energetic refinement, and, even just looking at this, right? The vocal cords and the pelvic floor. The larynx and the uterus. Like, isn't that incredible? Goddess is like, look, it's right here. The map of your anatomy, and the more we activate the throat, the more we activate the voice, the more we're activating, our creative center, our womb. It's like sounding when we are connecting to this space and noticing where we're still afraid to use our voice. Where is our voice still holding back? Where are we still shaking? Where are we not actually speaking? And this is something that you can do when you're by yourself in the car, right? Claim and command your timeline. Speak it into existence. If you notice like certain, psychic attacks or whatever's happening, right? Something that doesn't feel like you, it's like commanding your timeline with conviction, with your throat, with your voice. You're like pulling your frequency down. You're like, no, this is it. This is me. This is what I'm declaring. This is what I'm claiming. And just feeling the connection between, your yoni, your womb, and your throat. And the activation of all of it. In those moments where you're feeling powerless, right? Your voice is where you find your power again. Your body is where you find your power again. Okay, so before we go into the little dance flow, this is the bija mantra for the heart, and it's yum. Doesn't it sound like yum? It's like yum, yummy! Because when we're in the heart, we feel really yummy. Yeah, it's so yummy. It's so soft. It's so magnetic. Everyone wants to be in your yum. You want to be in your yum. Everyone wants to be in your yum. People want to snuggle with the yum. It's like, So, yum is how you charge the heart chakra. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this together so that we can all hear the vibration of the heart and all charge the heart frequency together. Because what we're doing right now, we're co-creating a unified field of heart energy, of love in here. So tuning into the heart and envisioning this beautiful emerald green light as we tone the bija mantra. And even placing your hand on the heart and just feeling the heart. Tuning into this color of green growing in the heart. Green being the color of Gaia, of abundance, of money, of resource, of unconditional love. And just taking a deep breath into the heart. Allowing this green goddess energy to charge, to activate, feeling what you are grateful for right now. Sending this gratitude prayer out to the goddess, really acknowledging the blessings of your life. What are you grateful for right now? And then taking another deep breath in to begin. We're going to do 7 of these. free to tap your heart. This one. Keeping your eyes closed and tuning into the heart and maybe feeling into something in your life that feels a little challenging or sticky right now. And you can tap here if you want, or you can just bring your presence here, and I want you to ask your heart how you can see it through your heart's eyes, through love's eyes. Knowing that this is your power, this is the power of Creatrix consciousness, is your ability to alchemize everything back into love, to see it through love's eyes, to commune with your heart as the compass and the oracle. I'm taking one last deep breath in and audibly exhaling. Yay, beautiful.
Yummy.
I love how many women are hugging themselves right now. Just give yourself a hug. It doesn't have to, just like a tender hug. Yeah. Say, I love you.
I love you.
You're doing great.
So great.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. So beautiful. So yummy. Oh, does anyone have any questions before we kind of shake a little bit of Shakti? Or comments, or just something they want to contribute to this collective cauldron of yum?
This feels so delicious. Just be in
I like to envision like sweet, like pink waves of love and like golden pink just streaming through. We can envision it just like circling us all into this room in a big pink divine feminine bubble. Any more questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I really feel called to sing, so I would love to bless the space with a song.
Please bless the space with your song.
We can do it after the dancing, maybe, because then it can be like more calming.
You want to do that to close it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, Angel. Yes. I know. Hi.
I was loving, it looks like silk that you're wearing. And I just wanted to say for all the goddesses, I had a dream and she said, I only wear silk. And that morning I was walking to work and I lived in Laguna Beach and I walked a new way and I went by a dress shop that only sold silk. And I was like, oh, you're serious.
She's not fucking around. That's beautiful. Did you get a silk dress?
Half my closet is silk now.
Oh, yes. This is a perfect example. Literally, I was writing because I was the last minute to get my outfit for Conscious Life. I went yesterday and I had like an hour window. And I was like, damn. Okay, how are we going to work with this, right? But right the night before when I was planning the outfit, it just said magenta in caps. And I was like, okay, I'm going to find magenta. I went into a store and there was this magenta. It might be like a faux silk, but it's still like a, you know. And then I found the magenta and it was like, oh, that's the frequency, that's the activation. So
And
It's beautiful.
The Creatrix thought about
Yeah.
a silk store, like a goddess.
exactly.
I have to tell you, one year, this was 2 decades ago, but on Halloween, I went as the Creatrix. And I wore all silk, and it was bright blue, bright pink, and bright gold.
Yes.
Wow, yes, so beautiful.
Very few people got it. You would have got this.
Was that like for the elements or?
I just got it, that was what I was supposed to wear, and that I was the Creatrix, and that was my Halloween costume.
That is the Creatrix consciousness right there. What's your name?
Annalisa.
Annalisa. Beautiful Annalisa. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, it's like just tuning into how she wants to. Leopard print's been like my biggest thing lately. And I'm like, oh, that's like, it's like primal feminine. We see like the femme fatale, she's like in leopard with the red lips, right? There's something to it. It's big pussy energy right there, like straight up. The acronyms that came up the other day, BPE, big pussy energy, big priestess energy, big purr energy. What makes you purr? Purr, right? That's an activation right there. If you want to go get some leopard print and silk, tag me on Instagram. Actually, this is my Instagram right here. Let's stay connected if we're not. This is Zoe Dane on Instagram. Please add me. I'd love to stay connected with you Creatrixes. I do moon circles, bi-weekly moon circles. I have a new course called Divine Feminine Awakening that I've literally spent so much more time than I thought channeling, and it's potent. It's potent. So if you're interested, reach out to me. Let's talk. And yeah, I really want us to, since we've been sitting in the Shakti, receiving the codes, right, I want us to like move it. And I don't have a speaker right now, so I'm going to take this lovely woman's advice and put it on my microphone. See how that works. But I really would love for you, does anyone else want to share or contribute before we go into the dance? Yes.
Yeah, I want to contribute because in the beginning you shared about women and giving birth and how it's painful. So I gave birth, of course, a few years ago, but it was the most blissful, orgasmic experience. And it's just about opening up and allowing it, and not not contracting. It's like opening up and just allowing the baby and just everything, the angelic kingdom, everything to just do it for you. And it was like so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was actually pain-free.
It is pain-free because your body creates its own endorphins.
Woo. And did you feel like you had an orgasmic, like
yes.
Wow.
Absolutely. Like the actual, was super orgasmic.
Wow.
Yeah. And the baby was, perfect, awesome. Yeah.
I'm sure that's a pretty happy baby, huh?
Yes.
How old is your baby now?
He's now 6. But I just wanted to point it that creation does not have to be struggle. Like Mother Nature does not struggle. So let's just open to that.
Yes, yes, Creatrix consciousness right here. See, we're all tapped into it. It's just like remembering, and the orgasmic birth, that is like my biggest dream. That's everyone's biggest dream, right? How can we have an orgasmic way of birthing a child into this realm?
Yeah.
That's some serious Creatrix magic. What's your name?
Trissa.
Nice to meet you, Trissa.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome, and thank you for this amazing energetics and presentation.
Thank you. Yay, sisters. Ah, yeah. See, it like gets to pulsate now because there's no men in here. I love men, but to have spaces like this is really nice too. Okay, so I'm gonna play us some music. And when connecting with your Shakti too, it's like most of this journey is staying inside the body and staying with the waves inside the body. So I love temple-based music, so I've got some like temple music for us. And I feel like, yeah.
I just wanted to say something. About a month ago, I had a Reiki session, and it was like the first time that I felt like my sacrum was open, like my sacral chakra was opening. And ever since then, I feel like some type of numbness in my throat. And I just thought that was so interesting when you were showing how this compared to the vocal cords and then the larynx.
So your throat has been feeling numb since that happened?
It's not a negative feeling. It feels like there's like, when you're in when you're chewing coca, the coca leaves, the way it makes your throat feel. It's kind of like that. It feels like since then, I don't know what it is, but since then it's just been feeling like numb a little bit.
How long has that been? Well, How long has that been happening?
About like a month ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. do you notice anything with like your speech when you're talking? Does it?
No, I just like I have a coach and we do like sounds and stuff because I have issues with my voice so I can't do it. But I've experienced that while I'm making sound, literally for like 2 days now, there's been like this sound within the sound that I feel like I can connect to. That's the only thing.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. I mean, what I would say is just tune in with the body, like tune in, when I have some kind of ailment or something going on, I just like go really inward and I'm like, okay, what are you communicating with me? What do you want me to know? What is here? How do you want me to take care of you? And usually the process of it is so miraculous. And it's like, we're our own healers and the earth is our pharmacy. And how can we work in communion with both and listen to the intuitive guidance on how to heal? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Just one, this is quick, but it's profound. I was in a workshop and we were learning to channel our higher selves, and my goddess self came by, and this whole lifetime has been learning to know that female as God, as equal to man, because I came in and have power, women don't, so that was the whole lesson. And so my goddess comes through and she said, not only is there no man before me, there is no God before me. And I was just like, oh, because I said it in front of people. And I'm like,
Yeah, it reminds me of a quote I read the other day, and this is by a man. It was Richard Rudd. He's like, stop worshiping God and start worshiping self. Like, God is self. It's all one. Right? I speak a lot about goddess because I feel like it's her time now. There is God, goddess, but this is what feels the most resonant to speak into. So it sounds like you've had a very similar experience. Yeah. Beautiful.
I would love to add something into the space. Speaking of the picture that you brought up of our throat, and so I learned this, and I thought it was just so amazing, right? That when we're in the womb, that the heart is the first organ that develops in the womb, and that the second organ that develops and literally connected to the heart organ is the throat, right? And so being that that's like the physical, anatomical representation of living from that space, and I just thought that was so cool. And so it's like we get to let our life be a testament to keeping our heart and our throat connected. And I know that any time that I've done throat chakra work and healing, when my throat was blocked, it was because I wasn't listening to my heart. I wasn't in connection to my heart. And it just speaks volumes to how those two, I guess that one was more of the womb, but they're all connected, of course. But I just thought that was so amazing to be just how important it is to speak our truth, to be enough in connection, have the clarity to be able to hear what our heart is saying, and then have the bravery and the courage to speak that no matter what it is, because what's best for you is what's best for the world. So I just thought that was so amazing, that's literally what happens in the womb. It's like heart and then throat connected to it, and your whole body and system is created around that. So I just thought that was really interesting. I wanted to add that into the space.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jenna. Yeah, it's exactly what you said. Most of the time when we feel stuck or blocked, it's because we're not speaking some really important medicinal truth that's in here. And a lot of the times we don't do it because we're scared of how it'll be received. We're scared that someone might leave us, right? Or that we might sound crazy or fill in the blank. But going back to the beginning, when you choose self, when you choose heart, you're empowered in that truth, and you speak it no matter who stays. And usually that person respects you more because you're empowered in what you're speaking. You're free. You're free in yourself. It's always about coming back to the heart. Constant heart devotion, daily devotion to the yum, to the heart. Yes, that is our power.
Woo! Can I just add something since you're
Yes.
talking about the voice? So when I was giving birth, I was literally floating in that tub and singing.
Aww.
So it was like the energy of just allowing the voice to let it out, and then it just happened. Yeah. So the power of the voice is so powerful.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, this makes me want us all to sing a song right now. Can we sing and then dance a dance?
Yeah.
Okay, that feels very Shakti relevant. Okay, I have the lyrics. Who knows the song Atman? Yeah. Okay, ish. Darn, I have the lyrics somewhere on a slide. I wish I downloaded it. Maybe if we all look it up on our phones. Can you look up? Yay.
Yeah.
The power of technology now.
What's the title?
What's it called?
Atman, Atman, by Ksenia Luki. It should be the first one that comes up if you type in Atman lyrics. Atman by Ksenialuki. Yay. Okay, raise your hand when you have it. Yay, okay. And maybe if you're sitting next to someone and you want to share the phone, you can do that too. Atman. Is anyone having trouble finding it? Yay.
Is Atman the name of the song or
The song by Ksenia
Oh, yeah, I
Luki. Yeah, it starts with I talk to spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Yay! I'm gonna put this down here.
maybe so we put it on the mic and put the mic.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. So taking a deep breath in. Allowing yourself to just be with your voice. And knowing that your voice is beautiful, allowing it to stream through however it sounds. If there's like awkward moments, just work with your voice. There's a medicine in it.
I talk to a spirit. She comes in my dreams. She teaches me lessons. And boy does she sing. Her voice sways like a hummingbird, flies like a shooting star. She whispers, you were never born, so you will never die. Every step of the way, remember that you are an infinite soul. Like mine.
Connecting to your heart, to your womb, to your throat, to your Creatrix consciousness.
I talk to a spirit. She comes in my dreams. She sheds a light on my darkest corners, merges shadows with purpose, and I sway like a hummingbird, fly like a shooting star, knowing I was never born, so I will never die. The future and the past are two sides of one river, and I'm in the middle. I am a woman on a journey, a human, changing and transforming a mirror, and a reflection enchanted by the divine perfection. Chaos, I'm not sure it exists. I hear peace, the peace calls me kissed by the sun as I'm walking the path of the soul. Atman.
Feeling your connection to the voice of every sister in this room and her entire lineage.
Her voice sways like a hummingbird, flies like a shooting star. She whispers, you were never born, so you will never die. Every step of the way, remember that you are an infinite soul. Atman.
Yeah.
Applauding for the
Yes. Okay, sisters, now that your voice is all warmed up, your wombs are all warmed up, we're going to do some dancing. So I want you to stand up, and if you just really tune in now. Okay, we've moved a lot of energy. How does Shakti want to move through you now? And you can start, if you want to do elemental embodiment here, right? Okay, starting with water. How does water want to move as me? Starting with fire, right? How does fire want to alchemize whatever? This is where you get to work with the energy of the elements. Wind, how can I blow in the wind? And earth, right? She's solid. If you want to just stand there and feel your solidity, right? Feel your groundedness. So just really tune in. This is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. Listen to it over and over and over before the expo. I'm going to sing to the great mother. Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti. And allow this dance to be a prayer. It really helps to close your eyes and tune inward. Really feel what's moving in your body. If at any point you feel stuck, you can look at me, but just really move with it. Trust yourself. You can sing it too if you know this song. You're safe. You're safe. Really tuning into the energy of the room, the energy of your body. There's some rose oil going around if you want that activation. Maybe caressing your body, allowing it to move in ways it hasn't before, and allowing it to feel really good. You can trace energy with your hands. You're a creatrix. It's all malleable. Allowing the music to move you. You're not moving to it. It is moving you. Connecting with your breath. Sounding, yes. How much can you surrender to the dance? all women. For the goddess. Let's all take a collective inhale and exhale. Feel yourself surrendering into the goddess, this energy that's just been curated right here. Breathing in again, up through the yoni, to the womb, into the throat, into the third eye, into the crown. Feel your crown, your Creatrix consciousness crown. Feel it being poured into by a beautiful liquid rose gold light. There is a rose above your head, dripping rose gold light into your body. Drink it in, sip a little more air in. And a little more, allowing yourself to receive more than you thought was possible. And release. Now shaking out the body. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, now we're gonna shake it up. That was water, this is fire, and then we'll be done. Woo! Oh my god, do I have permission to get a video? This is amazing! Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, no, it's still going, Yeah! Imagine it's louder. Let it love you open. Woo! Make some sound. Let it move. Feel it all in this room. Really feel yourself. Woo! Feel your aliveness. Bring the fire. Let the dance alchemize everything. It's not the true you. Shake the body, shake it all out. If you know how to twerk, I encourage you to twerk. Activate that root chakra. Yeah, have fun with it.
I was like, hey.
Pulling anything out of your heart that doesn't belong there. Clearing the channel. Moving the energy. Yes, queens. And now taking a seat, keeping your eyes closed, and really tuning in to that Shakti as this golden energy moving through you. And allow it to just channel through to anywhere that's been really needing your love lately. Allow this energy to drip down like goddess nectar. And all of the spaces and places within you that have been needing love. Your love. Your remembrance. Allowing this energy to move through as you ground back down into Gaia. Envisioning that beautiful golden grounding cord coming down from your root. Going down through the floorboard. Down into the nutrient wet, fertile soil of Gaia. Planting your seeds of intention for this weekend, for this year, for yourself, for this lifetime. This epic lifetime that you've incarnated into as a creatrix. Breathing into that, locking it in. Breathing in this beautiful green energy from Mama Gaia, mixing with your golden Shakti that's pulsing through your body. Mixing heaven and earth. Right within your own body temple, arriving, landing, coming home. You can stay inside for a moment. We do have to migrate outside, so slowly blinking your eyes open. Allowing yourself to ride these ecstatic bliss waves into whatever else you feel called to do during the expo and beyond. If you have a lover, this is really fun energy to bring to your lover. They love it.
Great sex tonight.
So, and also I'll bring this outside. I have business cards here. I have a couple of my offerings if you want to stay on my email list for the events and retreats and stuff coming up. Yeah, I'll be right outside because we do have to go create space for the next lovely speaker here. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Creatrix Queens. It's been so fun activating with you.
Zoe,
Yes.
were you at Contact in the Desert a couple years ago?
I was not.
Oh, we look like one of the presenters there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I love your energy. Thank you so much. for
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you.
Remind me your name.
Annalisa.
Annalisa. Good to
I will
meet
reach
you.
out to you.
Okay. Yay. Here, take a card.
Hi, I'm Jenna. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing and coming.
Oh, I love what you're doing. I really do. We need you.
Aw.
Big time.
Thank you, sister. I'm sorry we didn't get to hear your song.
But you know, I'm not teaching about that, or I can put it in the to meet you. You guys like Instagram? I was just gonna say that. Speak about it. Oh, okay. We're also connected now. Yeah, I honestly think that. Oh, awesome. These timings take basically. I was supposed to invite. Are you guys friends already? Yes, we're friends. And we're also friends with Hi there. I'm sure. Hi, babe. I can just do deja vu. She said, like, really cool. Yeah. Did you follow Zoe? Yes. I'm Jenna, and my Instagram is with me. It's so wonderful to meet. It's okay. I don't know. I know. My Shakti is so activated. I need yeah, my name is too. I know.
beautiful.
So what do you do as you're producing? Yeah, I follow her.
Okay, so yeah, she's really nice. I just met her once, but she's
Yes, I actually just recorded a 2-hour Magic yesterday, guided by Mary London.
it's really great to meet you. So I follow
And
this.
Dane practices.
Meet up like events coming up soon.
Oh,
I'm teaching yoga there.
So I wanted to
I would
have a
love
Friday.
Yeah, and wonderful. So if you're on Instagram also, you can put your email right here. These ones are
So I know, and this is
we have one coming up March 12th of your goddess activation.
okay.
And then
And I was like, oh my gosh, so this just like, oh, like that. Where I like to look at the stats.
oh, beautiful. Yeah, so
That are really like high vibe.
what are the names of the song?
I played Adi Shakti, which is by Temple Step Remix. Adi Shakti, A-D-I Shakti. And then a song called OOHM by Suhan, S-O-O-H-N-A-N. Yes.
Oh, you mean,
Okay.
Are you a manifester?
Yeah, okay, cool. That's like the big energy.
I'm like,
I would love to get your music played.
Yeah, I think we might like
That's my manifestor energy.
We could swap again.
Where'd you get your dress, by the way?
I just made up.
Hey, where'd you get your tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Just a random store? Yeah, I just went in yesterday and have my beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, you know, I am.
On the other side, turn
I have like this weekend, this Valentine's Day, booked a hotel room for myself, booked a massage, and the whole day of just getting myself fresh.
Okay.
The whole day on the 13th.
She's spending all
And
so you gotta prepare for that.
my goddess spoke to me and showed me exactly what she thought.
It's like one
And I have to do it.
Text me, by the way, so I know.
Yeah.
Just like she's been such an inspiration to me and like how I'm not like her. I know, right?
Zoe girl, Alex was in the crowd and she wanted to get introduced to you.
Hi, I just wanted to say hi. Thanks for everything. It was really cool.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm glad I came.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, cool. Just wanted to say, hey, I don't know, I'm looking to meet more like women in the spiritual community. So like really any of you guys. Like, I know I was next to you for a second. Yeah.
I'm Leah.
Yeah, cool.
Alex, nice to meet you. Alex, from the area. It's me.
You're all the
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's where I met you. Was at the bar.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
That much, but I
So if you guys are, if you're meant to start and or if you want to do yoga and start
In 2011, I came into my goddess because I was really and I just said, I'm letting go.
I love the thing.
My birthday's
Oh, thank
7/11,
you.
so 7/11/2012. I got a group of women, and we initiated my goddess.
Oh, beautiful. I feel her in you.
Yes.
That's why you were my monitor, too.
Yes.
I know once I saw it was a woman, I was like,
I know, I'm so grateful. So much love, and I look forward to hearing and taking some of your work and doing some work.
I would love for you to come.
You know what, now there's so many. Okay, thank you. So much out right now that's made it so much easier. And I'm so
I will be, I got your card, I'll be in touch. I am doing a couple of things, but one is we have a social media platform, the next big one coming out soon, that's just for our peeps.
Oh, you have to say it.
Like no shame and blame, no politics.
Okay, see the top.
Social media. Yeah, so basically positive social media, and it's all for
gotta pack up because they're gonna kick me out. I'm listening.
I can tell you more about it later, but yeah, like basically experts are shutting down the platform. That we're it's vetted. It's not just like the people who pump millions into ads, but yeah, those are the people.
Yes.
And then another one you look funny. So how old are you? Okay, perfect. Because I'm bringing together conscious business leaders board, and most of the people on the board are actually kind of like advanced in age and in experience. So it will be nice to have like a young like perspective in our think tank because we're creating the standards of conscious business leadership. So yeah, so we have a lot of big names already on there too. So I would love to.
I totally wanted to meet you too. Because my best friend's pregnant. She's the first one of us in the group. So I'd love to talk to you more about that. Because she's like spiritually awakened and trippy and stuff, but she still has like a lot of lean on the regular stuff.
Yeah, it's the fear. So when you're in fear because we were told that it's painful and it's scary, then that's when it's painful. When you're not scared of it, it is not painful.
Would you want to do a talk? Oh yeah, sure. Sure.
We can all stay connected.
Thanks.
And I
Yeah.
also do bi-weekly moon circles. So if you, I know you're saying you want more conscious women and sisters that are super fun. It's like this. Yeah. Kids. So it's nice to be able to just talk to you in a group.
Yeah.
And in person stuff that I would love to.
Are you local?
I'm in Woodland Hills.
Okay, I'm in the Valley too. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm from West Hills.
Perfect. We're all Valley girls here.
Yes.
I'm in Latuna Canyon. I don't know. It's by Burbank. Off the 210.
Do you have like Instagram?
I do. I'm not active on there too. I'm not young like you girls.
It's all good.
I'm 40. Yeah. Cool. What is it on your It's Trissa, Trissa. Yeah, if you want to take a thing.
I love your style also, by the way. Like, I love your goddess energy. So pretty.
Oh, I want it.
Yeah, and then just save it because it's gonna be sometimes. So save, add, and then you gotta save it. That's like the trick.
So
Yeah, but then I have like all the information, like
more of what I'm trying.
like maybe next time have a QR code on there and then everyone just like
This is what I need help with.
there you go.
I'm so in the feminine. I need help.
Like, I totally go to all these like business things and I've been learning like so much high powerful stuff. And it's a bunch of dudes, but like
Yes,
more women need to get involved. Yeah. But anyways, I see you have to go. Yeah. Next to you.
So follow me on Instagram and then message me so I can do like maybe I can do like a video or something on it.
Rocked it. Rocked it. I was in like, dude, and I didn't even.
Okay, cool.
I know. And can you send a picture?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just so we can like I know where we go and stuff.
Okay.
Is there a picture? Can you do a
feel like objectively that's why you're like so beautiful and kind of like ageless. I kind of feel like beauty is from
Within.
stuff. Yeah.
It's like this. It's just yeah. This is Debbie. She's awesome too. She's also in the. You guys are working out.
Oh yeah.
She's in. You're in West Hill.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Lights.